Just make sure wait a few seconds. Make sure everybody can get into the queue and watch this live event. Somebody text Cowboy Manny. I know he likes to see these, and if he's late, he's like, "Oh man, I missed this." Somebody text him, let him know we're live. Uh, Excited to be on another podcast for PAX. This is a PAX podcast. If you've not tuned in or you have not seen who we are, what we do, this is the PAX podcast where we talk about people, professionalism, and partnerships. And today I get to introduce you to another a very important player at PAX. He is we don't just get to find out about his origin story. You get to find out the PAX origin story when we're talking the man, the myth, the legend, Danny B. This is if you're looking to book him on PAX, you're gonna look for his driver name, Danny B. But his real name is Donnell Bunn. He is the brainchild behind the origin story of PAX. Very excited for you to get that story today. Hear how it all originated, how it all started. But first, Danny, tell us. Welcome to the show. But two, how did you get the nickname Danny B? How'd that start?
Well, it started back when I lived in Massachusetts. When I was working at a grocery store, they couldn't pronounce my real name, so they say, "Hey, we're just gonna call you Danny B. It's easy." So it's technically Donald Bun, right? So, but they can't pronounce it, so they said, "Yeah, just call you Danny." I'm like, "All right,
That was
I'm fine with
that
that." So that's
that
how I
stuck.
got the name Danny. Yeah.
Cool. That's funny. So I'm Daniel. You're Danny. That's it's caused some confusion too when they're talking about, well, which Danny are you
Right,
talking to?
right,
So we're like,
right.
hey, let's just stick with Danny B, and we'll go with Daniel. Yeah. So that's been a ton of fun too. But your backstory, it sounds like you were bagging groceries at some point in your life. But I wanted to get your background story because you were born in Cambodia, but a lot of people might not know where you came from or how this all came to be. Give us a brief breakdown on where you came from, your life story. How did you end up driving? Tell us that because it's a pretty phenomenal story. Go ahead.
Also funny. So I was born in Cambodia, and I grew up in Massachusetts. And then started driving when I moved to Arizona. So when I moved to Arizona, I didn't know I was moving to Arizona. I had a job offer to go to Miami, and I didn't know I was going to Miami, Arizona. So I thought I was going to Miami, Florida. So I took the offer without knowing that I was coming to Arizona. I took it. So I've been here since.
Yeah,
And then,
talking about
right,
a bait and switch there. You're like, hey, I'm headed to Miami. They're like, not that
yeah.
Miami, Arizona.
And it's
That's
a completely opposite of Miami,
Florida.
Florida. Yeah,
That's right. Oh,
exactly.
that's hilarious. I can't imagine that shock, how that must have been. But tell us how you ended up here. Just not just the job, but you were born in Cambodia. How did that transition happen? How did you end up over here? Because it's a pretty profound story. I don't know how much of it you really want to share, but I love your story and how you got here and how you ended up driving. So go back to the beginning. Start us out. How did you end up here in America?
Well, my uncle sponsored me from Cambodia to go to school here in Massachusetts, and went to school there. Like so, all of that, and then moved to Arizona in 2014, and then that's when I started driving. So,
Okay.
yeah, yeah,
And you started driving on one of our competitor platforms, correct?
yeah, 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 yeah. Exactly, both of
And
them. Yep,
okay, both of them. Everybody knows what you're
both
talking
of
about.
them.
That's funny.
Yeah.
And but
That's when
through that,
the one of them started, and when I started driving, that's when they started here first. Or
oh really?
when I started driving, yeah,
So
yep.
when did you come up with the idea for PAX? When did that
Well,
hit
guess
you?
what I found right here.
Oh no, what do you got? What do
Oh,
you got?
right here, right here, right here. You see the date on it? It
No.
says 5/22.
Oh, there you go. 522.
So
Okay.
this is it. I just literally found it found right before this podcast.
You're kidding me.
Yeah. So
No way.
it says problem with the current ride shares and the price surge, drivers issues, non-transparency stuff, right? So it says right here, transparency.
that so that was a huge piece and problem to the puzzle when even when I got invited to the project, which was, I mean, very, it was just a baby in its infancy. But I don't want to tell my story yet, or how I got pulled into this. How did you meet Robert? Tell us that, because that's a pretty cool story too.
Well, I so started 20 start writing the idea of a different, of PAX 2022, and then I actually put it into work. I think a couple years ago, build an app, right? Get it like an MVP, and then finally met Robert at an airport, well, at the Phoenix airport. I didn't want to take that trip. It was cheap, but then he asked me, how much I was getting paid and how much he knew how much he was getting charged. And I told him, and he's like, "What? It's not fair." And then he would start asking me, "Hey, what am I doing?" Then I told him that I was working on this idea. Then he got interested. So then now this is where we at. Yeah.
Well, and so really what you're talking about is where your Robert, who was your passenger, got in
Yes.
your vehicle, and just because he was curious, he just wanted to know how much of that, because he's a business guy and he's just
Yeah.
trying to figure out who you are and how you're doing and how you're been really seeing this is your car, this is your business. He kind of wanted to know, well, how much of this money are you making? And really, that was a huge piece. Is there's no transparency
Right.
for the rider or the passenger how much money is being in that transaction, correct? And so
Correct.
unless you're asking, or unless
Yeah.
you're trying to, okay, so well, in that we found out, or he found out, or Robert found out that how you were making like 22% of that ride or something
Yeah.
like that, and
Yeah.
he's like, man, so, and not to tell Robert's story, but I've heard him tell it a few times where he would say, man, I got on this plane, I left Phoenix, and it was just bugging me the whole time that this guy who's working hard and trying to make a living and building his own business, and how are you ever, they're gutting him on the prices, like that just doesn't seem right. That's wrong. So when he landed back in, he gave you a call, and then you guys took another ride, and he just kind of was having more of that conversation with you, like that just doesn't seem right. And that's where you brought up the continued conversation of like, well, it's funny you mentioned that, because this lack of transparency and how bad they treat the drivers. I've started to try and do something about that. And so you were starting the starting phase of really trying to put this app called PAX together, correct?
Correct.
Yeah. And so where did you come up with the name PAX, first of all?
Well, I knew it's a slang for passenger, right? So it's
Yeah.
PAX passenger, but I didn't know it meant peace. So it
Yeah.
also mean peace. We found out after, and we went through the whole process.
Yeah. Because yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So
So then
as
we
I
found
got
out it was, yeah, yeah,
Yeah, so as I got involved with this, Robert called me, and Robert and I have worked on several projects together as well. And so he called me and goes, "Hey, I met this guy. Can you come have lunch?" And I was like, "Robert, I'm really busy right now, but it's a really good friend of mine, Robert. So yeah, let's do lunch." So we go to lunch, and I meet you, and you are headstrong and full of passion. And I was like, "Hey, I don't know if you know how difficult it is to launch an app." And you're like, "Doesn't matter. This needs to happen. We've got to help the drivers. We're going to make it happen." And I was like, "Okay, well, good luck to you." Because that sounds like a lot of really hard work. And about a month later, Robert called me again and was like, "Dan, I really need you to look at this. This is starting to, the more I talk to Danny, I really think that there's something here." So then we had another meeting at lunch, and that's really when I heard more of your heart to help the passenger, or I mean the drivers, and really how dedicated you were to helping. And that it just is near and dear to my heart, and trying to make a positive impact in the community, where there's so many people here in Phoenix that are working hard, and I've bumped into a lot of them through nonprofits that I've helped with marketing and just developing things for them. And so through that, I was like, well, maybe there's a play here that this we can make a lot of really good impact in the community by helping nonprofits and getting them some of the funding, and how we can put all these things together. And you love that idea too. So
yeah.
as we started really working on this, I was like, hey, but I don't know that we can call it PAX. I don't know that enough people know that what that PAX is a an abbreviation for passenger, and you're like, no, it's got to be called PAX. I love the name PAX. It's like I love it. I'm married to it. I'm like, well, dude, but in branding, I don't know that it's going to survive. And then as we were just thinking about other options, I found out that PAX means peace, and I was like, no, that's it. That's got to be it, because the whole idea, the whole backbone, the whole thought process behind PAX is bringing peace of mind to the driver, peace of mind to the passenger. The whole idea of transparency, the bring the right tool for the job. All of that means bringing peace to the individual, like elevating drivers, giving them the hand up, all of it. And I was like, no, that's perfect. It's got to be PAX. So that's where PAX or the name originated, and has that light. I love the story behind that as well, and I'm sure that story will be told 1,000 times going forward. And now we've got it on record, the exact how it happened, where it came to be, and the mind behind it, Danny. So thank you for being the brainchild behind all that, and the inspiration, and really the passion to get moving and to get into this market share for the drivers. That's been something that you've been passionate about for a lot of years. So and something that you've worked really hard to be involved in. So the PAX is here because you push that forward and really move forward in that. So from all of us, thank you. And for drivers, if you're out there and you want a platform where the app is going to make sure that you're taken care of, you're watched for, and that we're always making the best the best tool for you to help you grow your business and protect your profits, and provide you with transparency. And if you're looking for a fair shake, PAX is it. We'd love to have you apply at paxapp.io. You can apply online at our website. You can also just download the PAX driver app and apply through the app. So if you've got a professional mentality, you want to level up, and you want to make a positive impact, you want to change the ride share to ride service, if you want to help us change that for good, then go ahead and apply today. We'd love to take a look at you, and Danny will be your first point of contact as he gets all of those, looks through, make sure that your ride's good, that you've got a professional mentality. And then Jamil, who we've got a show later on today, we're going to do a podcast live with him, so you can meet Jamil too. And then that's the process. So if you're looking to get involved with a company that has the right heart, well, we got the right people with the right heart. So please get involved today. Sign up, and if you want to be a participant, uh, uh, if you want to be a community partner with us, so if you want to partner with how we do things, what we do in the community, if you want to be one of the community partners that benefits from our rides, you can also apply for that at paxapp.io as well. We'd love to meet you. We'd love to get connected with you. If you're a nonprofit or a charity that's working hard to make a good impact here in Phoenix, we'd love to know who you are. And if you're in a different city and you want PAX in your city, we are coming. Not we're growing. We're going to be successful here in Phoenix first. We're going to build the model right. We're going to invest in the team right. But please follow along, share this with your friends, and tell the drivers in your city that we'd love to be there eventually too. So we want to know where the drivers are in the next city that want PAX to come. We'd love to hear have you connect with us as well. With the whole idea of PAX, with the whole idea of transparency, with all these new tools, with direct scheduled rides, and all of the things that we've implemented over time, it's been a brainchild of all of talking to you drivers, because this is your business. PAX is an accumulation of your ideas, what you need to be successful at the job. So don't ever stop giving us what you need, and will our commitment is to make that happen. Now, Danny, you not only have this idea for transparency, which we've done on every single ride, but also flat rates. That's also something we've implemented and made sure that every driver knows that there's no games. We're not playing any games. We're not doing any surging. We're not like taking advantage of riders and drivers, where everything's above board, everything's flat rates, everything's even as even as we can make it. If you got a professional mentality and you want to build your business, PAX is here to help you do that. But you are about to cross your 100th ride. So that's a huge accomplishment. As you cross this threshold, that helped us also come up with another great idea of promoting drivers. So yeah, we're now going to put in milestones because it's hard. It's hard starting any new business is hard, and if you got to break the mentality of waiting around, like what we talk about at PAX is fishing, like teaching a man to fish, right? So you can either some of our other competing apps, they're built like a fish market. They'll give you a fish and they'll tell you not to complain about the condition or the size of that fish. And if you don't want that fish, then the next time they're bringing fish, you might not get one. Well, and that's not our mentality. Our mentality is to give you a fishing pole, help you fish, get in the right lanes, build your own business. And so, what we want to do is make sure that we have got closing cards to help you reschedule passengers, but also we're going to promote those that are out there building their business and being successful. So Danny, as you cross that 100, we're going to blast that on our social media, which is another good reason to follow all of our social media. You can follow our YouTube, you can follow our Instagram and our LinkedIn. And we decided today in our leadership meeting to start a TikTok, which it is what it is. I mean, I'm not excited about it, but we got a really fun idea coming up here in the next couple of weeks that we're going to promote to help with just being out in the community and being a positive impact. So, I mean, it's out of our comfort zone. It's out of my comfort zone, but stay tuned for that. We'll blast that as we get going. So you got to follow those channels to stay on top of everything. D's Ride Service. I think that's Derek. Isn't that Derek? D's Ride Service AZ. Danny, you know who that is? I think it's Derek. He says
Derek, I think
hi.
it's
Yeah,
Derek.
yeah,
Yeah.
I think it's Derek. He says, "Hey, Daniel and Danny." So I'm gonna respond to him real quick here and say, "What up, Derek?" I hope it's Derek. Derek, if that's you, maybe you can confirm. I'm gonna say, "What up, Derek?" I think. Uh, so as you cross the 100 ride, what are you thinking? What do you think? Yeah, it's Derek. What are you thinking of the app so far? How's it going? It's
Well, I already have it scheduled. I already have
Yep.
scheduled for for I think for tomorrow. So he's scheduled for tomorrow.
Okay, so
My
let's
100. So I'm gonna do, yeah. It's from the beginning, from where we started until today, where we at right now. I
yeah.
think we have accomplished a lot. From nothing to be able to pick up passengers at the airport through the app,
Mm,
and us
that was
getting
another thing.
paid
Yeah.
through the app, right, automatically. And that's the biggest problem and the biggest issue that we ran into, right? How are we getting paid? And now we have that process smoothed out, and now we have
Yep.
access to pre-arrange at the airport. That's a huge accomplishment from
Yeah.
February until today. So
I know.
it's,
I know.
yeah.
I
Thank
know.
you.
It never
Yeah.
seems like we're moving fast enough, but we're moving so
Oh, we're
fast.
moving
It's crazy.
fast. Yeah. Yeah.
It's crazy how quickly time goes. But man, we've only been on the road since February. We already have over 600 users, riders that are active riders. So we have promo codes that just went out. So this week we are Vets Ride Service. That I think that who's vet that's I think that is that who is that um, Vets Ride Service. Who are you? I know that. I think I've let's see. Uh, no, Derek says I need to order some. James, that's James. That's who it is. And what up, Danny? James says, "What up, Danny?"
Hey, what's up,
Danny needs to
James?
order some more personal cards. He hasn't got any more trips yet. Yeah, always be closing. Anybody that gets in your car, you can always be showing off your business card that has your picture, your QR code to let people know that they can schedule you. You can do that through your app too. If you pull up your driver profile, there's a QR code there too that can help you share your profile directly with people. That means they can ping you directly and they can schedule rides directly. That's something also that's specific to PAX, which is kind of cool. If they're out and they know that you're in the area, they can ping you directly for an immediate ride. That's kind of cool. But yeah, no, the prearranged service was a massive accomplishment. We have a great relationship with the Phoenix Sky Harbor Airport. We're just now branching out to some other uh, this Scottsdale Airport and some other airports in town, so that we'll hopefully be able to drive up and pick up clients from the airport, which would be kind of neat and kind of cool as well. So there's a lot of things are happening. A lot of stuff is going on here in Phoenix. Excited to bring it to other cities as we expand and grow. But as far as an origin story goes, we're making big moves in a really fast paced environment. So if you have bugs, or if you have things that you need explained, make sure that you hit inside the app. There's a bug icon, or inside of your hamburger menu there's a communication that's a direct line to our leadership team. If you got good ideas, ways that we can better use the app, or implement something that you need to help better serve your clients, let us know what that is, because we meet every single week to prioritize the ideas and make sure that we're developing the right thing, the right tool for the job. At the end of this month, we're going to be publishing hourly rates, so you can, as a driver, you can give your passengers the option to book you for several hours, and you can do that at a rate that you choose to select. So that's kind of neat. Very excited about that update happening near the end of this month. So stay tuned for that as we move into the summer months, which are typically slower for drivers. But we got a bunch of things planned throughout the summer to help bring the rain in terms of passengers needing rides. There's a bunch of corporations that we're going to be meeting at this weekend when we're out at the Fighter Country Foundation. Their golf tournament is this weekend, starting tomorrow and Friday, and we've got a bunch of corporations out there that we're going to be talking to help set up corporate accounts, so that they know that they have the ability to schedule their own private drivers whenever they want to schedule a ride. So man, it's kind of cool to see how far we've come and how we've got here. There's a lot of hard work, but Danny, you're a big part of why we're here, what we're doing. And if there's anything on the back end, or there's a glitch in the app, it's Danny that's smoothing it out and making sure that we catch all those things. He's also the guy that is texting me like, hey, we got to get on this thing and make sure it's we get it fixed, or there's a bug, we found it, we got to get it. And he's also making sure that all the drivers are being taken care of. Every time we're making sure that the drivers, if you guys are helping us at events, or always helping us promote or talking about us, Danny's the one that's in your corner going, hey, we got to make sure that these guys are being taken care of and are getting paid, and we got to think about from their angle how they're doing. And so Danny is the a lot of times the silent voice, but a giant heart, and he's got eyes to see everybody. It's one of the things I appreciate most about him. And so Danny, it's a pleasure to be working alongside you, fighting in this fight with you, to change the ride service industry for good. Not just change it for good, but change it for good. So this, as PAX continues to grow here in the Valley, and as we continue to just help people who are helping in all areas. If you want to get involved, we would love to have you get involved. If you want to promote PAX as a social media influencer, let us know. If you want to if you want to drive for PAX, let us know. And if you want to partner with us in the community, if you're working hard to make a difference, and you would love to be a community partner with PAX, so that a portion of each of our rides can help benefit what it is that you're working hard to achieve here in the Valley, then let us know, so that we can get connected and help you do that. So Danny, anything else you'd like to say before we shut this thing down? It goes fast, doesn't it? 23
Yep.
minutes moves pretty quick.
Well, so I have maybe 30 years left to work for PAX. The
Right,
rest,
that,
pretty
yeah, there
much
you
the
go.
rest of my
The
life.
rest of my life, right? That's right. Yeah,
That's
yeah,
it. So I
yep,
have the
yep.
rest of my life to work for PAX. So
Yeah,
we're
yeah,
good.
yeah. Hey, as long as it's
You-
bringing peace, man. We
That's
gotta.
it.
Yeah, yeah. That's right.
That's it.
That's right.
Yep.
Yeah, no, that's great. Hey, and then James asked, "Hey, will Jim be sending an email or text about that?" I'm assuming you're talking about the hourly rates and the stuff that's coming at the end of the month. Uh, James. I assume that's what you're asking, but yes, stay in contact with all of our social media, because all the announcements are going to be coming out through social media. Just because we find that that's the easiest way to get the information from the horse's mouth, is just for us to broadcast it live. And so we will have Jim and I will be on a lot of podcasts moving forward. Just like we did when we did the live QR codes. It'll come out in that fashion. So because on the PAX podcast, what we talk about is people, partnerships, and professionalism. So that fits under the professionalism uh, side of this, where when we talk about QR codes, it'll be a podcast about professionalism, and then we'll just talk about whatever tool it is that we're talking about. We also have some like driver roundtables. So if you are interested about, you want to be on a podcast, send us an email at contact at paxapp.io, and then let us know that you want to be on one of these podcasts, and we'll get you plugged in. We'll get you around the table. Like we got Manny, Cowboy Manny's here. That's so I know we got to get Cowboy Manny on one of these podcasts. He's got his own channel. He's starting to invest in and growing again on YouTube. So go follow him, watch him. He's got a lot of good content as well. But yeah, Manny, we got to get you on one of these podcasts. We'll collaborate here going in the future. But yeah, so Jim will definitely be involved in that for sure. Actually, his podcast is coming up at 2:30 today, so we're going to go over his origin story, his background, and just tell his story with where he came from, how he started driving, and why he's excited about PAX, and some of the things that we're doing moving forward, and also share these things with your social media outlets, because this is like if you didn't watch Marius's podcast, it's all about his origin story, but he has a lot of great ideas that how he's moving and building his business and what he's excited about. Support him. So send it out on your social media, like and comment on those videos when they come out. Encourage him. But then also just spread it out, because when it's your turn and we get you on the podcast, you're going to want people blasting that out too and helping you grow and expand your business as well. Just like Danny, how do we get, if people want to schedule you, here, let me put up how do they schedule you? Let me put it up here on the podcast here. This is your link. This is to your PAX profile. They can get you at driver.paxapp.io/profile/Danny. But also, you can just look for him as you're checking out or you're scheduling your ride on the app. You can download him, or there's an optional section where you can select your driver as you're scheduling your ride. Schedule Danny because he's about to cross his 100th ride. I'm very excited for him. We'll blast that up all over social media as well. But we'll also do the same thing. We're gonna do it for mile markers for 10, 25. Then I think 50 and then 100, right, Danny? Or were we going to do 75 or something like that? Yeah. So we'll, as you're working hard and closing the deal, we're going to be celebrating you guys on all of our social media. So make sure you're following that. And then, and so again, you can find it all on our website at paxapp.io, YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, join all those, like all those, follow all those things, because there's different things that we publish in all of those things. So don't hesitate to do that, and tell your friends that's there, because that's how we're going to get this information out. And most specifically, this is how we're going to get your stories out to people to help you market and build your business. This is your business that you're growing. We just want to help you do that. So Danny, thanks for all the hard work that you put in for PAX and all the stuff that you're constantly helping us come up with better ideas to take care of drivers, and in a lot of ways the feet on the street at everything that we do. So love you, dude. Love your heart for the guys. And D's Ride Services. Wow. 100%. So anyway, yeah, thanks for joining us today. If you're watching now, yeah, I know 30 minutes isn't a ton of time for you guys to all jump in from who knows where you are or what you're doing. But if you if you want to get on a podcast, make sure that you connect with us at contact@paxapp.io. All right, with that's all I got. Danny, thanks for joining us today. I'll see you later, guys.
Thank you.